Hello and welcome everybody to September 2021 High Rollers. We're going to talk about casino chips that sell on eBay. Probably the top 10 listings here today. Real quick, I'm going to include a few lots, so a couple chips or like a group of 7 chips. The idea behind this is we want to capture collectible casino chips, not just huge lots of them, like 600 or 1,000 chips. I'm not sure if I want to do sets like that, especially like Paulson consumer sets, more like casino issue official casino chips. Now, there are also some other things that we're going to exclude, kind of honorable mentions. I want to mention that there are sports chips. They sell them as sports poker chips. Obviously, they're not designed to play poker, but sports chips like, for example, I have a 2005-2006 Topps NBA poker chip green foil Kobe Bryant PSA 9 numbered to 199. That sold on August 10th for $580 best offer, which is interesting. You know, a graded chip, but it's a sports chip, so I'm not really going to discuss that here. Now, there are lots of those. Vintage Dunes Las Vegas Casino $5 chip, 8th edition. It sold for $1,800 on the 15th of September, but it was removed as a sold listing and it's been relisted. I think the sale just didn't go through. Can't criticize anybody in this day and age. No idea what happened to the seller. And, you know, if you're interested, go buy it. I don't know the seller. I have no idea who the seller or the buyer were, so not familiar with that situation at all. But there's still lots of interesting chips listed for sale on eBay. Now, we're going to dive into our top 10 most expensive casino chips that sold on eBay. With number 10, the Hotel Thunderbird Casino $5 Hotel Casino Gaming Poker Chip, Las Vegas, Nevada, sold on the 19th of September for $430.50. Now, when I first looked at this, in my brain, I was like, oh, this is a long cane version of the Top Hat and Cane. And maybe it is called that, but when I looked on Chip Guide, maybe the more correct way to say that is the H and C, meaning hat and cane, parenthesis CJ mold, okay? So when I think of these old molds, there are 3 names that come to mind. There's Burt Company, which was a manufacturer of poker chips. There was Christie and Jones. Is that what CJ stands for? I think it was Christie and Jones. If I'm mistaken, let me know in the comments below. And then there was Paul Sun. Now, these 3 companies, I'm not exactly sure how that all worked. I don't know the chronological order of everything. So did Burt Company make them, CJ sell them, and then Paul Sun bought the rights to the mold? I'm not really sure. And is that still an LCV mold? These are things that I just don't know. But I think the most correct way to say it, and the clearest way to say that, is the H&C CJ mold. So that's what we're going to go with. And you'll see this mold throughout this video. So if I call it the LCV, it's just habit, and you remember more correct. All right. Now, so number 9, we have Aladdin $1 casino chip. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, yes, a purple one. It's so unique. Never in the history of the world will there never be another $1 purple chip. And it sold for $449 on September 5th, 2021. That's this year. This is including all the chips from the end of August from my last video to now, which is the 28th of September, 2021. So just a month. I like to do this every month and just hit these high roller chips. So obviously this one sold September 5th, $449. Really interesting Aladdin. Aladdin was where Planet Hollywood is now. I remember driving by Aladdin all the time. Very interesting casino, and you can see some of the older chips sell very well, hold their value very well. Speaking of purple chips, guess what number 8 is? That's right, a purple Hotel Thunderbird Casino $1 Casino Gaming Poker Chip, Las Vegas, Nevada. All right, this one sold for $510 on the 26th of September, if I'm not mistaken. It is purple, and other than that, you know, what am I going to say about? I don't know much about Hotel Thunderbird. It's obviously listed on Chip Guide, so it was a legit casino in Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada, land-based. But other than that, I can't tell you much about it. If you have some interesting stories or interesting things to share about Thunderbird Casino, let us know in the comments below. Number 7, for the same price, went for $510, the Desert Inn Hotel Casino $1,000 Hotel Casino Gaming Poker Chip, Las Vegas, Nevada. And this sold on September 11th, if my notes are correct. And the Desert Inn $1,000 chip. Now, $1,000 chips are always interesting, especially if it's from the Desert Inn. So I can see how this one easily could command $510. Just an amazing chip. And that seems like a good price to me because Las Vegas has this policy of requiring casinos to destroy obsolete chips. And so if this is something that somebody paid $1,000 for, getting it for $510 is a really good deal. Again, I'm not sure the history of that. Maybe there was a time when they didn't have to destroy chips. So interesting to see that this $1,000 Las Vegas chip sold for $510. Number 6, Las Vegas Club $5 casino chip. And they put lots of information you can see in the description. N3774 HNC CJ, that's the mold I was talking about. Hat and cane, CJ mold, and we've seen that, and we'll see that again here. $675 on the 25th of August, so right after my previous video of August 2021, that high roller video. Now, this chip has a lot of wear and tear. There's kind of that one chip up top, and then it looks really worn. For those of you familiar with Las Vegas, if you guys frequent Las Vegas like I do, you'll be acquainted with some of the rage stomping, stamping, throwing chips, hitting chips, because people get frustrated and it's always entertaining, but it can be hard on the chips. This one looks like it's seen its fair share of entertaining drama if this chip could talk. Number 5, we have none other than Phil Long's, which is an awesome name, California Club Casino, and there's a 25-cent and a $1 casino, hotel casino gaming poker chips. These look like they're hot stamped, and this is where it goes back to this relationship of these companies. Like you see the diamond pattern here along with that. Is that the HNC CJ mold right there? Those companies, I'm not sure exactly how it works out. Paul Sun obviously acquired the rights sometime for the hat and cane mold, but as far as like Christian Jones and Burt Company, my understanding is somehow one of those two companies or both turned into ASM, obviously the diamond pattern, and then that turned into classic poker chips. It seems all very incestuous, you know what I mean, with all of this rights and hat and cane and poker chip production during this era. So very interesting historically as well. And you can see here Phil Long's, it looks like hot stamped, interesting chips. California, again, I'm not familiar with Phil Long's California Club Casino. And that brings us to number 4, Circus Circus Casino, Las Vegas, Nevada, 100 prize units chip, 1968 for $1,502.77. Sold on the 29th of August, 2021. Now, I've been to Circus a fair share. I don't remember this chip or much any chips. I just remember noise and smoke, and I was young, and I haven't gone back since my parents would take me when I was young. If you know anything about this chip, let us know in the comments below. What's 100 prize units? It's not a $100 chip, but if you have 100 prize units, wouldn't you cash that in? I could see how this could be pretty rare, and this is in pretty good shape with the Nevada mold. So again, I don't even know who makes this chip. Is it a Paulson chip or ASM? I have no idea. Let me know in the comments below if you know more about this chip. Obviously, somebody saw it as quite valuable, and I don't blame them. It looks like a very cool, interesting chip. Number 3, we move to one of the icons. This was in last month's High Rollers. It seems to be a frequent flyer here. Dunes $5 casino chip, 8th issue, pick of building, vintage, Las Vegas for $2,499.99 on the 27th of August. Now, these Dunes chips are interesting. It was before they had their house mold, and it has that, what again looks like that HNC CJ mold that we're familiar with. But I remember the Dunes mostly for the Oasis Casino. Obviously, that was a later edition. The shiny black, casino out by the road, or closer to the road than the Dunes Hotel. And so this chip really speaks to me. If I had to compare this, just because I dabble in sports cards, I would say this is like the 86 Jordan Fleer. It just commands high prices and it's in demand. It's just an iconic, amazing chip. So no surprise here that it went for about $2,500. Number 2, this is the most expensive individual chip sold this month. Very interesting. Sands Hotel Las Vegas Casino $5 poker chip with the Cowgirl Hourglass inlay. $7,255.77, sold on the 11th of September, 2021. Now, this is absolutely amazing. I love the picture of that girl with her Western hat on, resting on that hourglass. It just is a really interesting, and you think of the sands, you know, the shape of the sands, the building, which was iconic to me, just memorable, burned in my mind, is when you would drive into Las Vegas, you would see the sands, and it was very clear. You were in Las Vegas. And that hourglass seems to match the hotel. It was just an amazing design. I really like this chip. I'm a little bit envious of this. I really like it. I just don't have $7,255.77 to drop on this amazing poker chip. So whoever won this, good on you. That's an amazing chip and an amazing pickup. Number 1, the most expensive lot that sold was the Casino Poker Chip Las Vegas, the Mint Sahara. So there's $5 Sahara, $1, and the 50 cent. Again, all of these are very interesting. Looking at the molds, I see an H mold in there, a large crown mold. Just absolutely great pickup. And this is an interesting lot and would really complement somebody's collection. I'm thinking of my collection, and I would have loved this, again, if I had the money. So this month, you can see there's some amazing pickups. Some people's collections are really just blossoming here. I mean, these are just wonderful items and very rare poker chips. The casino collectible world, I mean, is thriving. It just looks absolutely amazing. I really like a lot of these chips. The one that stands out to me is kind of like, I don't know, like obviously like Phil Long's California Club, I'm not familiar with that casino, or the Circus Circus 100 prize units. As cool as it looks, I have no reference to value, but all the rest of them are things that are just like, oh, I want. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Any stories, any interesting history, let us know. We could use that information. If you picked one of these up and you want to share your story, we're happy to hear that or read that as well. Special thanks to my patrons. I really appreciate all the support. I'd like to give them credit if they would like. And you can also support this channel by visiting my Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description below. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe.